Good Saturday morning. This is Two Local Radio. The reason I'm doing this is in case people are wondering how they can get on to the Spreaker show for, if they don't have a computer, or what we're about and wondering, hey, we keep on seeing all this, but in the end of it, what exactly is your show about? All right, first off, there are numerous ways you can listen to our show. And every time you listen to our show, no matter which outlet, other than if you go on TuneIn Radio, you can click on follow. If you click on follow, you don't miss any episode from any show. Now, there is also, there could be a downfall. You may not want to listen to some shows, but hey, I mean, it's life. And you may think you may not want to listen to something, and then you do. Now, here's the thing. We have a bunch of different shows, okay? And first off, I'm going to tell you we have a interview tomorrow, 3 p.m. We have Shady Banks. They are going to be doing a live acoustic set, plus, an interview. We're going to get pictures and probably videos and all that happy junk. All right, but for those who are not on a computer, if you're on a computer, I'm going to give you, the links real quick. If you want to listen to, one moment. Yeah, they're like we really have a moment here. Hello, wake up, But if you want to listen to our show, if you just want to search, if you're on Spreaker.com, that's http the two dots, / www.spreaker, which is SPREAKER.com. Then you go in the search bar and you type in Two Local Radio, or you can type in Two Loco, or you can type in Teal Time, TEAL time, or 90.4 Loco, or 86.5 Loco. And that's as far as on the web, or you just click on the link. We have Facebook pages for them all. If you search Teal Time, you'll see our Jags, Facebook page. If you search Star Interviews, you'll see that we have, just the interviews. If you search Two Loco, you'll see that our official page with almost 2,000 likes. And then if you just want music, well, you have the link. You do, Two Loco and look for our music show. Now, the reason we do a bunch of different shows, I'll tell you in a moment. But for those that, want to download our stuff because they don't have access to the internet or the internet's not around the corner, here's the deal. You go on Google Play, iTunes, Windows Phone apps, or I think there's one more. All right, but anyway, the main three are Google Play, iTunes, and Windows Phone. When you go on the apps, you search Spreaker. That's like speaker, but with an R. You download it, you install it, and then once you do that, you search Two Loco Radio or Teal Time if you're a Jags fan. Whatever, works for you. The reason we do different shows now, I'll tell you in a moment. Also, the other places, that you can listen to us. You can go on TuneIn Radio, and you can, catch our shows. That's our Two Local shows and not our Teal Time. Or you could go on the Button Roach. If you type in twoloco.buttonroach.com, you could see our, we have a weekly show. Sometimes it's with artists, sometimes it's just the crew. And you could also go on the Walrus Nation, Walrus Nation Network, or the Walrus Radio Nation Network. I do apologize. And you could see that we just started doing shows up on there as well. And over there, you've got the Thunder Walrus, Dave Bunzati, and the rest of the crew. Wonderful group of guys. Same thing with Bud and Roach. Wonderful group of shows there. And we're always looking for new shows. So if you are on Spreaker or any other outlet, like a Blog Talk, or just always wanted to do online radio, we could work out some deal where it would be cheap money-wise, or if you are on Spreaker and you want to save, some money. And I'm not talking about if you have an established following, because I'm not trying to have, Spreaker lose out any money. But, if you're, a free person or, don't have that many plays and you want to join a network that has over 11,000 real plays. And let me explain the difference. On Blog Talk, if you hit the thing 40 times, it registers as 40 plays. On Spreaker, if you hit it 40 times, you're only registering once. So these are real plays. Not fake, not made up. Same thing with downloads. You can, if you play it and then you download, it doesn't count as 2. Still counts as 1. So these are 11,000 legitimate plays in a short period. We've been, doing this consistently a little over 2 months. So that ain't bad. But, if you want to join a great network, like I said, we could work out a low cost for you. And you could do a weekly show. And that's fine. We'd love to have you join us, on the 2 Local Radio Network. Or 2 Local Radio. Now I'm going to explain the different shows. First off, we have 2 Local Radio, which 2 Local Radio is just everything all in one, bundled, for the most part, besides the Jag shows. And the reason for it is there's, fans of other teams, and there's people that just don't like football. But on 2 Local Radio, you have our comedian shows, our comedies, as well as our interviews. Our interviews will take place Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Tuesday through Friday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The number for that, I'm going to get in one moment here. Yeah, I know I should be a little more, attuned and everything. But the number for any of our shows, toll free, that means it doesn't cost you a dime, is 1-855-403-9071. Now, if you're calling just to, hate on us, we're just going to hang up on you. If you have different views, though, that's different. I can't speak for other DJs or, people that talk on here, but as me, I allow everybody to have, their own input. We are live and uncensored. We're not going to change that. Unless one of our shows goes on iHeart, Talk. And if that happens, then we have to abide by their guidelines. But they're still going to be, entertaining and, comical, because that's the way we are. We will be in Brick House Magazine as of July, unless things change. So if you want to, see, our feature in Brick House Magazine, get a hold of my friend's list, Yanni. And, she will get you how you can buy, the magazine, whether it's, print or digital. And the ladies of Brick House are a phenomenal, group of people. And like most people, we all have, day jobs. In this day and age and this economy, unless you're like a famous star, can tour every second, you have a day job. It is what it is. But on 2 Local Radio, it's a mix of everything. And the reason it's a mix of everything is because we like our comedy shows. And I may decide at one point to just categorize our comedy/talk shows from the interviews with the music, but I doubt it. It all works together fine, and if you're looking for the comedy shows, hey, just search for the comedy shows. I mean, simple as that. On 2 Local Radio, we have, like, everything. So you get to hear the music of the artist as well as, the interview. Now, however, over on Star Interviews, okay, it is just the interviews. For those that have no interest in the music at all and just want to hear the interviews and see what these artists are about, hey, check out Star Interviews. It really doesn't have a time frame. I could say, 12 o'clock the following morning, because that's when I normally post things, but it's not a guarantee, so I'm not going to keep it like that. What I will say is, for those that just want to hear the interviews, that's a great way, to do so. Now, for those that just want to hear music, we've got, 86.5 Loco, which is just music. You cannot download the music, and that's at the artist's request. Some don't care, but others are, trying to make money and trying to, market themselves. And in this time and age and, really crummy economy, as I'm trying not to swear here, they got to do what they got to do. So, on the music thing, you get to see the sample of the artist, and 99% of the artists that we have on are very talented. The other one, and I'm not mentioning names, may not be, but it may be somebody else's cup of tea. That's why I have it there. We're always looking for top-notch interviews from indie artists, from indie labels, from anything not commercial, and I'll explain why. Those on the mainstream and commercial can go anywhere. They can go in any, FM station or AM station and, broadcast there. And, like a Hot 94 Hot 93.7 if that's still there, or 95.7 the X would, give them a shot any day of the week. Now, the indie artists don't have nowhere to go. Or if they do, they're stuck with crummy quality blog talk. Though, for those that only have a phone, that's a wonderful outlet. They can use Skype, which Skype isn't bad, but it's staticky. The reason because it's half duplex, or they can use our system. What is our system? That's for us to know. But on our system, we can have up to 100 callers. That's the way, it was designed. And it takes a lot of work to get the systems that we have to work together. I'm not going to give anybody the information unless they're a part of our, network. And even then, I'm going to be very selective. Because it's what we found, and we just feel it's the wave of the future. Why would bands want to do one-on-one interviews when their fans can call in? Think about all the fans out there. Think about all the people out there, especially if you play a big festival, that want to talk to the artist but will never get the chance. Because they can't get backstage, or they can't afford VIPs, or there's too many people in front of them, and they just want to ask a question. This is just their band that they grew up with, or their local band that they love so much, and they never can ask them a question. Hello, welcome to 2 Local Radio. We can do that. They can call in. They can ask the artist questions live. Not a problem. Or they can listen. And with our show, it is a live broadcast, so we still call it a radio show. It is also a podcast, so you can, listen to it any time. But I don't like the word podcast, because the podcast to me means pre-recorded stuff, and that's it. We don't do just pre-recorded stuff. We are live on the air. Anybody can listen to us, on Spreaker.com, 2 Local Radio, or Teal Time Radio, or 86.5 Loco, or 904, or 90.4 Loco. And you can listen at any time. And if you are listening to our show, please click on follow. It helps. It will help us get sponsors or advertisers, in the future. If you are a local business or a business anywhere and you're looking for a cheap outlet compared to actual, FM, AM, satellite radio that will actually get your product out and you can market, hello, we're here. We're not going to cost what they cost, and we'll be happy to help you out. But we do need to make something. This show does not run on water. I wish it ran on water, but it doesn't. We have no sponsors, no advertisers. We do it for the love, and we love doing it. We're not going to stop doing it. We love what we do. And when you love what you do, you're more inclined to have exciting shows. They're not going to be the same boring, hello, I'm here. Listen to my show because I'm so great. No, it's not going to be the same old fucking radio. And there I go with the cussing. I do apologize. But it's not going to be the same old. It's not going to be the boring stuff you're used to. We like to make it live and entertaining. And sometimes, I'm on base, and there's been times where I've been caught off guard. But for those times, hey. And yes, Wednesday we did have a power outage prior to the Cold 43 show. Yes, it did cut out at the end. And yes, they are rescheduling for Wednesday night at 10:30 p.m. We don't hide things. We don't sweep things under the rug. We will tell people if we're having problems. We will tell people we have from the get-go. I don't believe hiding makes things better. I don't believe that, when you try to sweep things under the rug, I believe you're deceiving people. And when you deceive people, they're like, well, you know what? I don't want to listen to them anymore because they're nothing but liars. And I don't want to deal with liars. I want genuine people that I can listen to. I don't want to hear the same old boring crap, because if I did, I'd listen to a different outlet. And we agree. And we truly believe we matter because you matter. We truly believe your opinion matters. And when you come on and you ask these bands a question, I will easily see you come on and be like, okay, the caller from Brooklyn or L.A. or wherever, is there a question you'd like to ask the band? Or if you're on one of our shows and you're like, well, is there a part of a topic you want to join? And if you don't feel like talking, that's fine. You can listen on the Spreaker outlet. You can listen on your cell phone. Matter of fact, you can plug the cell phone in, use one of them, MP3 cords, and connect it right to your car. Hey, you're listening to us in the car. It's not that hard. And we're very proud let me say this, if it weren't for the subscribers, if it weren't for the listeners, we would be nothing. So everything goes to you and the artist or the other host on this show. Because it's count of you, we're at 11,000 plays. It's a count of you that we have 200 and almost 60 followers in this short amount of time. It's a count of Reverb Nation. I'm going to say this again. Reverb Nation has been so great to us. We can't thank them enough. If you are an artist and you're not on Reverb Nation, you don't know what you're doing. Because Reverb Nation, whether you're an artist, a show, whatever, will help you out tremendously. Their free submission thing that we did has given us, there's been over 2,000 bands that have submitted. We still have plenty of time to pick, and we're not going to go by likes, and we're not going to go by follows. We are going to go by quality content. We are going to sit and listen to every single song that's been going for submission, because to be the feature of Too Local, you better have something special. If you don't, you're wasting our time. And just if we don't pick you this go around, hey, next time, come back. Because next time you might submit something that blows us away. And that's fine with us. We love what we do. We do everything for you. We are the station or the show, whatever you want to call it, or podcast. I hate that word. For the everyday people. For the little people. For those who, have came from dysfunctional families. And those that just can't get a break. And those, the other radio stations say, hey, we won't play you. We don't care how big your following is. We won't play you. Hello, we're here. We're not going anywhere. We love what we do. We enjoy what we do. Just like the Bud and Roach crew enjoys what they do. And the Walrus Radio Network enjoys what they do. Or the Walrus Nation Radio Network. We are proud of all, our links. We are proud that TuneIn Radio, put our live broadcast in through a podcast. We are proud of each outlet that we get, and we're extremely proud of our subscribers. We thank you for your dedication, your hard work to listen to us and to deal with the BS that we have to go through. Because when life throws us lemons, we're making apple cider. The show must go on. We believe the impossible is possible, and we will rock no matter the weather, no matter what goes on. We still rock and still do our thing. That's what we're about. We matter because you matter, and we are your late night munchies for talk radio junkies. Simple as that. But we also play indie music, and we love playing indie music. If you don't want to be on the show, you just want your music to be played, we can do that. Not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. We can get it done for you. If you're a business, we can advertise for you. We don't have a problem with that. The problem is if you don't want to pay us, then we're not going to waste our time. If you feel that we're lower grade than other formats, then we don't even want to hear from you. Because this is the wave of the future, whether people want to believe it or not. We are beyond local. We're beyond just the apps. Now, you see what the radio stations are doing? Now they're coming up with apps so people worldwide can hear their continuous thing of garbage. Let me go from, okay, I'm going to play the same 20 songs a day, and now I'm going to give you an app so you can listen to the same 20 songs a day 500 times a day. Wonderful. That's what everybody wants to hear. No. That's not what I want to hear. That's not what the everyday people want to hear. And when we do our comedy talk show, we talk about real issues that affect us, such as the $15 minimum wage, which is absolute BS because it does nothing. It will prove nothing. It will solve nothing. All it will do is, okay, you're making $15 an hour, and then they cut your hours, and then they fire you, or you quit. Guess what? Now you make nothing, and you're going to struggle more because they raised every price. Sounds great, doesn't it? No, I don't think so. But I've talked enough. This is Two Local Radio. I am Ray Ray. And join me, Chrissy D, Tempo, Snow, Bonos, Bubba, Jacob Wolf, and all the other crazy artists we have on there. Oh, yeah, I want to say one last thing. To the bands out there that come on our show, want to come on our show, or have been on our show, we don't forget about you. When you have new stuff, give it to us. We'll play it. We don't have a problem with it. If you want to do another interview, hey, tell me. I'm just not going to do an interview with you every week because that's not fair to the fans. But let us know. Don't be a stranger. And because of you, we exist. Because you are the true heroes. You are the ones busting your tail. You are the ones going out there each and every day to, get the crowd and promoting yourself and doing what you need to do in order to get where you need to be. You are the true heroes. We're just the outlet. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. God bless. Thank all the soldiers. And have a great weekend, everybody.